Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, January 21, 2023. You're building the inspiration to grow, improve, and heal this week, and taking action comes more naturally. You may find a solution to a problem related to adventure, transportation, educational plans, learning, romance, or publishing, and it's liberating. It's a time of great change and reinvention on mental and spiritual planes. You can be determined and motivated to learn something new or explore new ideas or places. People and experiences outside your norm impact you more than usual, and sharing and learning through different perspectives is in focus. Mental Mercury is a beloved planet unless he's wreaking havoc in a retrograde spiral. Our cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication is finally inching forward in the heights of the sky. Despite a rather treacherous avalanche upon the slopes of Capricorn, he will find the right pathway forward once again. In the weeks to come, we will all notice that we are illuminating the knowledge of what we learned in recent weeks, especially regarding our legacies and how we build structure in our lives. Understanding how relationships play a factor in that may also come into play. Instill a strong structure to set yourself up for success. You will need to figure out what will work best for your routine when the moon enters its detriment, Capricorn. Since the detriment moon is not usually strong, it can still help figure out what you need to work on according to your emotional needs without it coming from a place of reactivity. Your needs will have to come first, especially if you want to be productive at your job. Listen to your body's cues to determine the best course of action for your work life. Today is the halfway point between the asteroid Juno's departure from your financial sector last week and Venus, the planet of money's return next week. Juno, the queen of commitment, has left you with a sense of resolve and with financial resolutions for the future, and Venus will help to turn your financial desires into reality when she returns, with a chance until then to work with Neptune on the dream itself. Continue looking for the positive in all that you do. When you give yourself positive reinforcement for healthful actions, you are more apt to take these steps in the future. When you go for a glass of water, particularly when you are not thirsty, try telling yourself why it is good for you with a soothing tone. Your inner voice plays a great role in how you treat yourself. Make it loud and reassuring. If you had to walk away from a relationship lately, have no fear. This day the likelihood of meeting someone new is greater now than ever. Handling loss is never easy, yet without it there could not be room for the new. Let this energize you and renew your zest for life. With your outgoing personality and charm, you'll be surrounded with new faces in no time. Don't sit and stew, get out there and greet the day with a smile. Whether it is the sun's departure from your work sector today or its return to your relationship sector, the only thing that will change is where the solar spotlight is directed. Planetary activity on the job front will continue to unfold, while the sun will return just as the stars are already aligned on the relationship front. The only thing that really will change today and where there is some urgency is the moon's departure from a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart, leaving it empty while adding to the resources on the job front. It is just as the moon is wrapping up its first visit to your romantic sector for the year that an alignment between Jupiter and Juno in an adventurous part of your chart begins. The moon formed a friendly aspect to both over the last few days, with the spirit of romance and adventure both in safe hands. It is after the moon leaves that the sun will return to your relationship sector, turning the solar spotlight onto your relationships. Our eyes in the sky. The Capricorn moon harmonizes with Saturn and Venus, giving us a chance to understand our commitments and relationships at a soulful level. This is an auspicious time to plant the seeds for a better tomorrow. Later, the moon moves into Capricorn, cementing all of our beliefs and visions as we try to make them reality. Put your best foot forward in the later hours of the day and bring your dreams to life. Your overall confidence is solid today, so don't let this be shaken up by someone, probably a male, who takes an aggressive tone with you. Just because someone is being more assertive doesn't mean that he or she is right. Trust yourself. The energy of the day brings a touch of light fantasy into your love life. Any problems you have had lately could be transformed if you could leave them behind and focus on letting yourself go. If you are going out on a date, you would be better to enjoy the atmosphere of pure romance and leave tomorrow to take care of itself. Don't try to nail down any answers today, Taurus, because you will probably end up feeling frustrated. The less you try to force your will on others, the more you will find that things just automatically go your way. Today isn't about finding solutions to problems. It's about enjoying what you've already learned and accomplished. Keep things light. There may be a rather confusing element to the day. You feel tempted to act, but some of the pieces seem to be missing. It could be hard to make a decision, since you don't have the whole picture in front of you. You're better off spending this day outside with a group of friends rather than trying to make any major life decisions or commitments. Move beyond petty squabbles today so that you can see the bigger picture. There is opportunity in conflict, whether you realize it or not. The object of the game is not who is right and who is wrong. The object is improving your business. Just after midnight, the Capricorn moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, stimulating confusion. If we are asleep at this hour, we may experience disorienting dreams. Although interesting information could be imparted by our subconscious mind, we should avoid taking its messages too literally in waking life. In our effort to create meaning, we can misinterpret symbols. If we take a sign and run with it now, we risk setting ourselves off on a fool's errand. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, helping to restore our good sense. This transit offers us discipline and patience. We can step back from our immediate surroundings and give proper context to situations or interactions that initially baffled us. If we are still asleep, our dreams may become less bizarre. We are reminded not to get so bogged down in illusion and fantasy that we lose our bearings. The moon then enters a void period lasting until before noon. Use the morning to relax if possible. If work must be done, attend to business already in progress instead of starting new ventures. Giving in to what you feel like doing every minute of the day can be a wonderful fantasy but not a very healthy practice. Having a body is a bit like having a job, and you can make this either the best or the most challenging job you ever have. A regular, well-thought-out program is recommended for a positive, working relationship with your body. Begin to notice whether you give your body a real vote in the daily decisions you make about your health.